For latest updates and short audio clips, follow us on Instagram, Reading the Author.
Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast Reading the Author, a unique show where we read authors' mind and not their book. Meanwhile, I truly believe and pray that you and your families are completely safe and healthy as well. Guys, today we have Moses Donald P. Sir with us, and he's the author of Polly, Unmasked Series Part-1. Thank you so much, sir, for coming on our show. We are truly grateful that you have chosen our podcast.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Hi.
Okay, so before we proceed into the podcast and know much more about your book, about your upcoming projects and everything, please introduce yourself so that our listeners can know much more about you, and do let us know how you started this writing journey too.
Okay. So let me intro myself. So I'm from Kuno, near Ooty, which is said to be the Queen of Hills, near Delhi district. And this writing and singing or instrumental playing has been a hobby for me from childhood. So on the other side, we used to take the education, right? So I was in engineering and sort of things on the other side.
Okay.
So about this book, when I was in third standard, I used to write whatever I undergo in my life. So like that, when I was going through, I started to write whatever I felt inside. So all this, the book up to a half level, it's about a guy who undergoes whichever in his life under a childhood period around up to third or fifth standard level, something like that.
Okay.
So the book maximum undercovers a childhood trauma, then how he's going to come up in life and those sort of things.
Okay.
So my objective was I wrote this when I was in my childhood, but I couldn't continue it. So like I didn't know this much of scope was there. Then after this much years coming into IT, then coming out, then I just wanted to give a try, and this was my first book.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a small intro.
Okay. So, sir, after listening to this podcast, many people will just love to, explore this book. They must be interested in reading this. So, when it comes to talking from a perspective of a new reader, like what they can expect from this book, can you share some insights?
Yeah, so far there have been many reviews related to this, so I'll come through that perspective. They have said there have been many inhuman things which are going around in the world. So they have took those into consideration in this book. Those are the reviews from the people. So from my perspective, which I want the people to discover is from these are the things which they have to denote in parenting issues like that. So like in this book, there has been a lot of childhood traumas and those related things in this book. So this will be like fiction plus a moral value provided book.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, any particular reason, sir? Because as it's your first book, so you could have written something else as well, but you chose especially this topic, this particular scenario, and it is also a series, right? As we can see that it's a part one of the Polly Unmasked series. So, what was that one thing that drive you that I have to write on this particular topic only? What was that?
Yeah, to spread the awareness about the cruelty towards a child in the society. This was the thing which I undergone when I was in my childhood. Then the thoughts which came into my mind was in this level. So through this book, I want people to understand that expressing oneself or showing oneself outside is not a thing to be judged.
Definitely.
So in that way, but I have written it in a story format, combining with morals and values.
Okay. And first of all, I really feel honored to host people like you, because very few people we get that who want to just contribute something for the society. So first of all, thank you so much for choosing us, sir. And
Yeah, thank you, sir.
my next question to this podcast is like, what's your current writing schedule? Are you devoting every day some particular hours to writing, or it's like random that someday you get some thoughts, then you just jot it down on your phone on your diary, and after that you elaborate? How does it goes with you?
Yeah, sir. So I have a schedule. It's like for the past 3 months only I've been writing this book. So
Okay.
I choose morning hours,
Hmm.
like from 1 6 to 8 or something like that.
Hmm.
And I initially I was suffering with to bring a creative flow or something.
Hmm.
So I bought a challenge called a 21-day challenge. I itself created it,
Okay.
and I took over it like having some meditations and extra, and including this writing stuff also
Hmm.
for an hour, something like that. So I included it for 21 days. So this book was written in 21 days. That's it.
Wow, that's incredible. That is something, yeah. Yeah, definitely people would just love to, explore this book, because something that is just done in 21 days, it's completely remarkable.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
So the
okay.
first draft was written in 21 days. That's it,
Wow,
straight away.
wow, wow. So as of now,
Yes.
like, are you writing something else as well? And basically now talking from the perspective of a reader who have already read your book. So what they can
Okay.
expect from you as of now? Like, is there anything in the pipeline? As you mentioned that it's a series one, right? The part one of the series. So when
Yes,
this other series, when the other parts will come, and especially apart from this, are you writing something else as well? You want to try your hand on some other genres too? What's upcoming as of now?
yes, sir. Like in this part one, it will be a revelation of what happens around Polly, a character is there, and whatever happens around him, it will be the storyline will be going throughout it. So in the part two, people will be expecting for what's the other genre, like the things around him.
Hmm.
So there are some characters called Godfather or something like that, and people will be expecting in part two, like what is he going to do from this cruel society? How is he going to come out
Hmm.
like that? They have many questions.
Okay. Okay. And any ever thought about writing apart from this anything?
Yes, I'm planned for a non-fiction, but right now not. Like I'm expecting to write part two now because the people are asking me for what is going to happen in part two,
Ah,
and how
definitely.
is he going to move forward and everything. So,
And
I
in
would
fact,
encourage readers to go for the part one first.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in fact, what I was saying, that if you mention those things, that it's the series and it's the part one, then definitely people are much more interested to know, okay, what happened after this, and when it is coming. They must be asking you every day.
Yes, actually, I'm not able to. Reveal most of the things because it's
Mm-hmm.
going under mystery
Ah,
and suspense.
definitely, definitely.
Yeah. So I could not reveal most of the things.
Mm-hmm. Okay, okay, okay.
Yes.
So as of now, like we have talked about your book, about your upcoming journey and everything. Now coming to your personal life, like there must be a lot of moment which you tag as the happiest moment of my life. So if you can
Yes.
share any one of them with us, then that would be really great.
Yeah. Okay, sure. Like the happiest moment was it's like when I came into this journey, sir.
Hmm.
Like whenever if we go to some places, like from childhood I used to feel like, oh my god, this is not suiting me, oh my god, this is not suiting me, like
Hmm.
each and every time I used to like run away from things.
Okay.
But while I came into this journey, I could feel the happiness in this whole journey process.
Hmm.
So like the most happiest thing which I undergone in my life is writing this book.
So when it comes to like celebration, how do you celebrate your success? Like when it comes to, are you a person who just want to hustle all day and just neglect those small moments, or you are someone who is just want to enjoy the journey as well?
Yes, just like doing what I like and enjoying the process in it.
Hmm.
That is the biggest success to me.
Hmm. Hmm. That's also true
Yeah,
because
so go with the
hmm,
flow. Yeah,
Because no, what I generally remember when we used to go to our school picnics, the spot was not something very fancy where our schools let us go.
yeah,
But the whole process, that whole bus journey which we do with our friends was something really, really exciting, and we always look up to that only. So definitely the
sure, sure. Yes,
journey
sir.
is, itself, it is very overwhelming.
Yeah, true.
Right. So, sir, what's your current mental state as of now, as an author, as a person? What are the things which you are focusing upon in life?
Okay. So, as of now, I've just, released the book as of
Hmm.
now.
Okay.
But if you ask about the mental state, just I've started to love myself more, and also the people around me. Before these years, like I used to think like we have to love someone. I'm not talking with anyone. I'm a private person. Used to think like that.
Hmm.
But after this journey, it gave me a lot of involvement that I'm not truly loving myself.
Hmm.
So this process, this book writing process, made me to love myself, and now
Hmm.
I'm very applicable to talk with anyone or to show love with someone.
Hmm.
So I would recommend people to have some self love, work on it, those
Hmm.
stuff.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yes.
And when it comes to, let's go back to the time when you heard, कि, okay, tomorrow your book will be live. Everybody will be able to read it. Everybody will be able to judge you, because most of the time, what exactly when it comes to author, people think that whatever we write is the reflection of our thoughts. So when it comes to that, what exactly was going on your mind on that particular eve before the release of a book? Were you feeling excited? You were relaxed? You just marked up some milestones? कि, okay, these many people know me. My book has to be sold out. These many copies. What was going on your mind?
Yeah, yeah, true, sir. That was a very wonderful question.
Hmm.
Actually, I got a real bit stressed upon the book surface. First of all, I before thinking whether they will buy or read or something. Sometimes I'm a bit perfectionist, so I got stressed upon how it's going to, how this cover is going to show up with the people understand the cover, something like that. I used to my modulation of mind was over there.
Hmm. Hmm.
Then after I pitched the sale, after it went live, then only I could understand that okay, I should concentrate on sales. Then
Hmm.
I came back.
Hmm.
So for the past 20 days during before publishing the book,
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
had to face all these things. These were all very pretty new to me. Like I didn't know where to concentrate, like on the book for content, or someone if they ask how I can tell them like
Hmm.
what you've written. Suddenly if they ask to an author what you've written, it's very difficult to elaborate,
Hmm.
because we have a whole twist and turn and everything in our mind. So
Ah.
whichever is, it feels like, oh my god, am I revealing it? Or am I revealing it? It's like that.
Yeah, especially
So
when
I
it
left
comes
the
to
whole.
writing a series, na? Yeah, yeah. Please continue.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Yes, sir. So that's why initially when you asked the question, I got a bit shocked,
Ah.
because then after people reading my book and giving their review, then I could understand. Okay, they know this thing. So according to reader perspective, it's different. Author perspective, it's different. So
Hmm.
that's the thing.
Agree.
Because of that, I wrote this part one. Like I had in mind, like if I write this part one, I'll get an idea from the people to write part two. So that's the key over here.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Okay. And especially what I was saying, that when it comes to writing a series, so you have to be
Yeah.
very careful that you don't just reveal so much and don't just reveal very less. You have to maintain that
Yes.
particular border so that people get grasped कि okay, ठीक है, we have to wait for the second as well. If you reveal too much, no
Yeah.
interest in the second one. If you reveal very less, people will lose their interest. So that is something which you
Yeah.
have to maintain altogether. So that's quite interesting and quite challenging as well, what I must say.
Yeah. Yeah. True, sir.
So probably my last question to this podcast will be, sir, like after listening to this podcast, many people will just love to start writing, or they must be holding their first draft in their hand, in the laptop, in the diary. So what would be your advice for them, for those upcoming authors?
Yes, sir. Just I would recommend one thing which I did. Like, just keep your hands in your heart and say, I love myself.
Hmm.
Then, uh, so I love whether whatever I write to becomes good because it comes from my heart, right?
True.
So if you allow yourself, whatever you write also will come good, because you will have the doubt like, which are I'm going to write, will I be criticized, or will it reach the person or something else? So it's better to think on yourself and just keep on writing in the flow. So the people will understand, the audience according to it will understand and pick the cue.
Okay. Okay, so that's all for today, guys. I hope you must have enjoyed this lovely and inspiring conversation with Moses Donald, sir. And if you do, then do follow our podcast, Reading the Author, available on all the leading podcast platforms. Don't forget to buy and read the book. You can just go on Amazon and search Moses Donald P. You will get the book. Else, you can search Polly Unmasked Series Part 1. You will also get the book, and just buy it, read it, and share with your loved ones. Thank you so much, sir, for coming on our show. It was my honor to be able to host you today.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. It was nice speaking to you.
Pleasure, sir.